Hello everybody, welcome back to LilyLuLou. My name's Karen, lovely to have you here. Very warm welcome if it's your first visit, and if you're a returning visitor, welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. So I'm carrying on working in my Flippy Flappy Envelope journal. I think this is part 7. I didn't expect it to be such a long series as this, but I'm really enjoying working on this. I've had some positive comments, so I'm carrying on. So what I thought I'd do today is to try and line some of these envelopes. If you remember, these envelopes, I've stuck them on and I've realised afterwards that the insides don't look very nice, so they need lining. So I'm going to attempt to do that today, which in hindsight I should have done before I put the thing together, but as I said, I've never made anything like this before, so this is a learning curve for me, and next time I make one, you know, these are all the things that I will hopefully remember to do in advance, you know, before I actually start sticking the thing together. So I've cut this, this is a piece of this soft packaging paper, and I've cut it to fit the inside of this envelope with a bit of overhang. So I'm just going to glue this up, and I'm going to attempt to slide it in. So we'll see how that works. I'm not sure if that's going to be successful or not, but we'll have a go. I've taken out all the bits and pieces from all the envelopes that I'd had in there to remind me of where the pockets are, and so that I can now go ahead and line them. So I'm just working on my glue mat to the side of me. So how are you all today? I hope you're all well. It was my birthday yesterday. I had a lovely day out with my family. We went for afternoon tea at my favourite tea room. It was absolutely delicious. The only thing missing was my middle daughter, who, as you know, is working away. She's working in a hotel, and it was their opening, their official opening yesterday, the first day that the hotel was officially open to the general public. My daughter's a performer, and unfortunately, after I think it's about 2 months they've been rehearsing, my daughter and one of the other girls on the entertainment's team had food poisoning, so they had to adapt their show last night and turn it into more of a concert, so that they didn't have to dance. They just all sat down on stools and sang all the songs, which must have been absolutely gutting for them all, because they've, as I say, they've been working really hard for about 2 months to get all the shows ready that they will be performing. And you know, their first night with the public, they couldn't do it. So I was very sad for her, and I was even sadder that I wasn't there to support her, but she had asked that we didn't go. She thought it would be too much pressure. So we're going to go and stay at the hotel another time and get to see her then. So, but she said it was very well received. It went down well. I don't know if the guests were expecting any specific show, or, you know, whether they wouldn't have known any difference. I'm not exactly sure. It's been a bit tricky to speak to her properly, obviously. So yeah, she was missing from my birthday. That's the first year ever that I've not been with all of my girls on their birthday. Well, the first year ever since they've been born, obviously. But other than that, it was a really, really lovely day. Had a really nice, lots of really nice sandwiches and cake. And right, that was quite successful and not too tricky. I've stuck that in there. I had this idea in the night that if I doubled up the packaging paper and glued it, I would be able to slide it in and stick it down, but I wasn't sure if it would actually work, but that seems to have worked quite well. So let's see if it works on the other ones. If we can manage to do the same. Now this one's not too bad because I did line this bit before I stuck it down. So I can probably get away with that one, but I don't know if I want to get away with it. I might want to do it. I definitely want to do this one, so let's try and find a piece of paper that will fit there next. Yeah, so it was a lovely, lovely day yesterday. It's lovely to be with all my favourite people, eating all my favourite things, tea and cake, and it was yummy. I'm not sure if I put that one in because it's not complete, you know, it's not square at the bottom. That might cause issues when I put things in and out of the envelope, it might catch. So let's see, this one, that's wide enough, but it's not long enough. So this one's not long enough that way. Oh, I wonder if I could do it that way. Yeah, I might be able to do that. Let's have a bash. So today I have a fairly free day, although my youngest daughter is still really not well. She's asthmatic and she's had, I don't know, some sort of respiratory infection over the last week. And she's, the day before yesterday, I think it was, the doctors actually put her on steroids and antibiotics, but she's not really any better yet. Normally within a couple of days when you're on antibiotics you start improving, don't you? But she hasn't yet, so she's still in bed. She managed to come yesterday, which was nice. I did think she might have to miss it, but yeah, she managed to come yesterday. But she literally slept in the car all the way there, ate and drank, and then slept in the car all the way home and went to bed when we got home. So you know, it wasn't like she had to do anything particularly you know, exhausting, but when you're not well, even just going out in the car is exhausting, isn't it? So I really feel for her. So if you might be able to hear noise in the background because she's in bed with her telly on, so just take a little bit off this side. And then tomorrow, I was saying in the previous video, I think, that I was coming up for a busy few days, and I don't think I told you what I was doing. Tomorrow is one of the local 10k runs, and my son-in-law, I call him my son-in-law, but my daughter and he aren't actually married yet. It's my daughter's fiance. He will be running in the 10k, and so will his dad and I think his brother, I'm pretty sure. So we will all be going along to cheer them on tomorrow morning. And then on Monday I'm going to be babysitting. My poor daughter has a bit of a day on Monday. My eldest granddaughter is due to start school on Monday, but my youngest grandson has 2 hospital appointments, and it's quite important that he goes, that she's been waiting quite a while for these appointments. And of course the appointments have been, after lots of chasing, we've been waiting. These appointments were supposed to be, he was supposed to be seen by the hospital within 2 weeks of the doctor deciding that he needed to be seen. And that was about 3 months ago. So there's been a lot of, as you can imagine, toing and froing, and my daughter's not been very happy with the delay. And eventually, you know, she's been given this appointment, and it's exactly the time that she's supposed to be at my granddaughter's new school for her sort of first day induction, which just lasts a couple of hours. And of course there's nobody answering the phone at the school because they're not officially back until Monday. So even though we know that there's been teachers and staff there, sorry, I didn't realise I'd gone off camera there. You know, we've been around there, we can see cars in the car park, but obviously nobody's answering the door or the phone. So she's not been able to get that changed, but she obviously can't go because the hospital's got to take priority. So Monday I'm having my granddaughter and my middle grandson, my elder of the two boys, and my granddaughter, who is the eldest of my grandchildren. I'm going to be babysitting them while my daughter and her partner go to the hospital. This one hasn't gone in as easily, of course, because this was the one that was really bugging me. It was the most obvious inside, and of course it's the one that's decided not to work as easily. Never mind. Yeah, so Monday, I say I'll be babysitting, and I don't know for how long, because we don't know how long these appointments are going to be. And then obviously if my daughter is able to reschedule her couple of hours at school with my granddaughter, then I'll need to obviously stay and have then my two grandsons while she does that. So and then Monday evening, my youngest daughter was going to go and collect my middle daughter and bring her home, because the next day it's her graduation ceremony. And that hasn't torn very nicely. But obviously now my youngest is not very well, I think I will have to go and do that, which isn't a problem, other than she doesn't finish till 11 o'clock at night, and it's about 3 hours each way, so it's going to be a tiring one. And then the next day I have a vet's appointment with Max in the morning, which I have to go to, rush back and get ready to go to the graduation ceremony. So it's going to be a bit hectic, I think. But then after that I think things quieten down. So yes, we've got her graduation ceremony at lunchtime, and then in the evening, because obviously she could only have certain people invited. Sorry, I'm working way over here, aren't I, for some reason, going off camera. She could only have 3 guests, so the rest of the family will be joining us for a meal in the evening to celebrate her graduation, so that'll be nice. And then she's back off up to work the next day. She has a show that evening, so it's going to be a flying visit, busy, busy, busy. We're all going to be exhausted after that. But I think after that things quieten down a little bit until the beginning of next month, when it's my youngest daughter's 21st. So not sure yet what we're doing for that. She wants to go out for a family meal, but she doesn't know where she wants to go, so can't do much until she's made a decision. So I'm just trying to cover up these edges where this didn't tear very well. I should have left it a bit longer before I decided to tear it, and then it would have been stuck down better. And then once this has dried, I'll ink these edges, and hopefully everything will blend in then, and it will look all right, hopefully. So you can't really see what I'm doing, but right at the edge there's some blue, and I'm trying to slide this to cover it, but it doesn't want to slide. So yeah, that's my hectic social life. I have months when nothing happens, and then obviously everything always happens at once. That's life, isn't it? So it's going to be busy, busy, busy. And then I think I need to start thinking about the things I want to make for birthdays and Christmas. For my middle daughter's 21st, I'm talking quietly because my youngest daughter's next door. She doesn't watch these videos, so she won't know. But for my middle daughter, I made a journal for her 21st, which I think it's the first video on this channel is a flip through of that journal. So I feel I should make one for my youngest. So I need to start working on that because I've only got a month to get that done. And then I want to make some, excuse Max in the background, I think maybe the postman's here. I can't see. Yeah, so I feel like sorry, I'm just trying to hear if there's somebody actually at the door. I don't think there is. Yeah, so I've got that journal to make, and then there's things I'd like to make for the grandchildren for Christmas. So I need to think about getting on with that. Right, Max hasn't stopped, so I think I need to pop down and I'm just going to go and make sure there's no one at the door. I'll be back in a sec. Sorry about that. Oh, my tea's going to be cold now. Right, yes, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I want to make things for the grandchildren for Christmas. So I need to start getting along with that. Once my birthday's out of the way, that's it, I go into Christmas mode. Although all my children have birthdays between now and Christmas, and so does my mum. So and my youngest grandson. So my middle daughter is October, my eldest daughter is November, my mum's November, my grandson's November, the day after my mum, and then my middle daughter is December, a week before Christmas. And then it's my granddaughter's birthday in January. So it's a really expensive time for us this time of year, and lots to think about. This paper's come unstuck that's covering this envelope, so I need to do a little repair here. So you have to let me know if you'd like to see me do other things other than journals, because I could, you know, if I'm making other things, I could be doing them on here if you're interested. But I am aware that this channel is about junk journaling, so I don't want to put anything up that's going to be boring for you to watch. I don't think there's anything else going on in my life. I think that's all quite enough for now. So that's coming unstuck there. So let's leave that one to dry before we fiddle about with it anymore. This one is our bottom loading pocket. Do I need something in there, do we think? I don't think anyone's really going to be looking in there, are they? I think that one's going to be all right. We've done that one. We've done this one. What was the other one? Hang on a minute, what's happened here? That's that one, isn't it? Oh look, I'm getting myself all confused. Stay there, otherwise I won't know where you're going, will I? Signature. Right. That one is done, and that one, right, and then I decided that one was probably okay, didn't I? So if I decide it's not later, I can go back and change that. That one I decided we weren't doing, and that one's drying, and this went in there. Right, so what's next? I need to decide what I'm having on all these. I don't think that needs anything there. That's got a pocket there. I'm not sure about that. We want something here. Ah, one of our signatures was going there, wasn't it? Let me just finish my tea. Oh, I do love a cup of tea. Right, so one of our signatures was going in there. So we could have a pocket or something there. And then, that's right, isn't it? That other little signature was going in there. It was going in that pocket. So we'll want something on the back there probably. Let's just tuck that there. We know that's going in that pocket. So we will probably want a pocket on there or something. I think that was where I was going to have something flipping up. We've got a pocket there. That's going in there. So we'll want a pocket here or something. I'm saying pocket, but it could be something else. And then we'll probably want something. Oh, or was that where my flippy up bit was going? I can't remember now. Something there. I've got another signature here. So we may want something here, here. I think we will need something in these. So let's see what we've got. That isn't folded right. What did I decide here? Oh, was that going in and then that on top? And then that folds better. That must have been how it was. Right, let's have a look at some of my paper from one of my presents yesterday. Isn't it pretty? It's a really pale pink with some gold hearts on. I thought that might go in the 21st journal. Right. Where's all my bits that I had all cut out? And here we are. We've got some tea stain paper, and we've got the now I did think that I might do pockets or envelopes or something out of there, but that would be on the big pages, wouldn't it? So it's a shame that those bees are so near the edge. I shouldn't have taken off the white edges because I could have used those as little flappy bits. So I'm just thinking what would be the best thing to do. Let's see what the ephemera pieces are like. What have we got? I'm sure there was some biggish things. That's another big piece of paper. Right, let's fold these and see what they look like. Let's pop that there for a minute. Right. Oh, I've had some lovely comments on my videos, and Carol Laws, who originally inspired this project, has been commenting on all my videos, which I really do appreciate. Carol, thank you so much for taking the time to come and watch and to comment. But Carol made a brilliant suggestion, and I wish I had thought of it. On this pocket, do you remember that this wouldn't open because I'd put the glue down too far, so I made it a bottom loading pocket in the end. Well, Carol suggested I could have chopped the corner off, so it still could have been a top loading pocket but with a slanted edge, and then that piece I could have used on another page as a top tuck. I thought, what a brilliant idea that would have been. So I'm going to remember that for next time as well, Carol. I'm definitely going to make another one of these. I don't know whether you would want to see me make one on video again. Certainly not, you know, as many parts as this has taken. But I don't know if you'd like to see another one made, you know, in a different design, a different theme. Because it will obviously look very different in a different theme. And also, you know, I don't think you'd ever do one of these with all the flaps and things in the same place twice. Just by the nature of the thing, I think you would come up with different ideas and do different things each time you made it. So you'll have to let me know if you'd like to see me make another one of these at some point. But as I say, next time I make one, I definitely have better ideas of what to do and how to do it and how it would work better and things. So right, now this is from the ephemera pack, and I'm not entirely sure how this was designed to be used, because these, as you can see, I have folded them on the lines and it doesn't actually make an envelope. So what I might do is, if I stick down the three sides, we can have that as a pocket somewhere, not an envelope, but then I think this flap can go then. So where would that fit nicely? Let's have a look. So that's probably not enough of a contrast there, is it, to that would be quite nice there. I really feel I've put this bee in completely wrong place. Everything I put there, I think, oh no, I'm covering that bee up. We could have it, let's see if that wasn't there, we could have that down here. That would be quite nice. I like this page. I don't really want to cover it up. And we could have a pocket on a pocket. And what we got here, could have that on the back there. That looks quite nice. This was where we needed something, wasn't it? I don't think that goes there though. And that's not big enough for there. So that doesn't work on that background for me. That would be all right there, but is it sort of lost on that page? Or we could have maybe something behind it, a bit of collage or something. It's too wide for that. I don't like that. So I think we've decided where it's going then, haven't we? It was either here that would be there with that on top. That looks quite nice because it looks like the bee is making its way back to this hive. Or we could have it here, which I really do like, other than it's on top of that bee. And I didn't like it there, did I? No, I didn't like it there. So it's either there or there. Then I'm covering up some of that writing, but does that matter? I can either cover up some of the writing or I can cover up some of the bee. See, that looks quite nice as well because that bee, although he's covered up, he looks like he's going into the honeycomb. Help me, I don't know what to do. So if that's there, that will close on top like that. So we just have a little bit of bee peeking out. If we have that there, we won't see it at all when that's closed. I think I'm going to put it here. Like that. I'll keep damaging that. Yeah, so let's chop this top flap off. Oh, let's try and tear it. We've torn everything else near enough, haven't we? I'm going to keep that because that I might be able to use that as a tuck or something somewhere. That didn't tear very straight because I'm on my wobbly bit of table again instead of doing it over in the middle where it's supported, Karen. Oh, I made a mess of that. I should have done it this way round as well. Right, let's go down a little bit and tear a bit more. My daughter's next door watching Christmas vlogs on YouTube. She was watching us and I said, I can hear Christmas music. She said, yes, Mum, it's September. I was like, oh yeah, fair enough. I do always say we get to September and then it's sort of the start of thinking about Christmas. Although I did always used to have a rule. Although I started thinking about Christmas in September, we weren't allowed to do anything. No, that's not right. I didn't sort of gear up for Christmas in the house. Although I was buying presents and things, I didn't have the decorations or the tree up or anything until after my middle daughter's birthday, because it's the week before Christmas, and I always felt like it would get overshadowed by Christmas. But actually, now that she's old enough to decide for herself, she likes all the Christmassy stuff. So the last few years we get to the 1st of December and that's it. The decorations go up, the tree's up. And my eldest daughter is even worse. I think middle of November the last few years. They've had their tree up and all the decorations. But at least they get their money's worth out of them, I suppose. So, I'll pop that there. Do I want to have a little... Do I or don't I? No, I don't think I do. Right, let's stick that down. I'm just going to shape these edges slightly more. So when do you all start gearing up for Christmas, or is that a naughty word yet? Some people don't like talking about Christmas this early, do they? But I love Christmas. I always thought when I was younger I'd like to have a Christmas shop. Right, let's get those folded in and try and get this down straight and sort of centered on that flap. I'm not entirely sure that that's straight, but it will do. So then let's see what else we've got here. I think there was a few envelope-y type things. I've got to remember that's going to be sewn in there. No, it's not. It's going in that pocket. It's not going to be sewn in at all, Karen. It's going to be sewn to itself and popped in the pocket. Right, that was an envelope. I'm sorry that I keep jogging the camera. Was that the only envelopes? That's just a couple of envelopes there. Got some postcards. I think that's all the envelopes. So let's fold these ones. That's a bit sticky. I think because I keep doing things with this journal before I've let it dry enough. You have to let me know if you've enjoyed this, watching this journal come together, and if you've had to go at making one of your own. If you have, I'd love to see them, so tag me, if you're posting them on Instagram or YouTube or anywhere else, tag me so I can come and be nosy and have a look. Right, again, I think that might be too similar there, but it's an option. This one's a wide envelope and it's a proper envelope, so I feel like that's going to be, tucked in somewhere rather than stuck down. So I think we're going to have to be making some of our own envelopes as well to go in here, or pockets I should say. I've just realised I've got my knee resting against the filing cabinet underneath the table, trying to make sure the table doesn't shake as I'm working, and I just thought the filing cabinet is not attached to the table, it's not going to make any difference at all. Oh dear, silly me. Right, so that one possibly could go there. Don't want that there, definitely don't want that there. So we're back over here. That's a possibility. It was here we needed something, wasn't it? Do we want something bigger there? I think possibly we do. But that could go on there. It's definitely going to be too small there. My bracelet keeps catching on my tablecloth. Too small to go there, too wide to go there, so it'll be too wide to go there. So could have it on there. That's going to be sewn in. We could have it there, but I feel like maybe I want something bigger there. And then we've got the other one on this side, haven't we? So let's I'm just looking up on the camera actually. It looks better on the camera than I think it does in real life. On there, in real life it feels like it's too samey. Right, I might save those for pages, to decorate pages. So let's make something to go here. Actually, kept that there. What's... Oh no, 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 no. Don't like that. Now that's the one that's going to be sewn in, isn't it? So that's going to need something in there. Right, so let's make a pocket to go here. Just thinking, I had somewhere, oh here it is. Wondering if this lace will work in this journal. Don't know, although we could have that coming down there a little bit, and then we fold that. We'd have a little bit more of a trim coming out there. That looks quite nice, doesn't it? Maybe we'll have a fabric pocket there, and then because obviously we'll have something tucked in there. Should we do that? Shall we? Shall we? Now the question, no, I'm not going to be able to sew that in, am I? There's no way I'd get that under my machine, is there, with these bits? So we'd have to do a little bit of gluing. use the Camellia. I can't remember if this shows. It does dry clear, doesn't it, Camellia? I'm having a senior moment. Does it say? Was it that colour, this colour that I used before on fabric? Transparent when dry, remains flat. Oh, maybe it was this one. And textile. Let's have a go with this one. See what happens. I'm thinking I'd quite like to turn that edge over to make it a little bit more stable, but I'm wondering if it will actually dry transparent enough to hide that. Let's have a go. If it looks horrible when it's dry, I will have to find something else to stick over it. So let's hope this glue is going to cooperate. So we've got a bit there. This is going to look horrible when I do it. I'm hoping that it does what it says, dries clear, so that it will look all right when once we're dry. Every day is a school day. We'll soon find out and we'll learn and try and remember for next time. So I've just glued that top bit that I turned over to itself, and then I've popped glue around the other 3 sides. And I'm just laying that down. And let's hope it doesn't interfere with the folds too much. And let's hope that that does in fact dry clear. Otherwise it's going to look rather mucky. If it looks horrible, I will put some other trim or something around it once it is dry. So let's grab, oh, I can't see my little scrapey card. I don't really want to use my bone folder on that. Where's my card? I feel like I'm muttering today. I do apologise if I am. I'm just conscious that my daughter's next door. Oh, this is silly. I'm going to have to have a big tidy up session after this video. Sort my desk out. Can't find anything at the moment. Right. Let's go in with hands. I'm not convinced that's going to work, but we'll have to leave it to dry and see. But I think that would look quite nice because the edge is hanging down like a little petticoat, and then obviously when we put something in there you can see through the fabric because it's sheer. But I'm not sure. Maybe I should have put some glue along this part as well. But we'll see how we go. See what it's like when it's dry. It might tighten itself up. Right, put some more hand sanitizer on to unsticky my hands. And then we need to find some other things to make other pockets for those other places. Corners lifted. Right, I wonder where my wipes are. I feel like I'm getting very messy and sticky. Let me see if I can see my wipes. I've brought lots more stuff upstairs over the last couple of days, and it's all just piled on this table. So now I can't find anything. I was quite organised before. A bit dried out. Oh, sorry, that's moving the table, isn't it? I have to wash my mat after this. Right, let's try not to get glue on that. Leave that to dry. And see where else we want things. We also need to make journal cards and things for these pockets, but I may do that off camera. Right, I want something big here. I think I'm going to do something with this. So let's turn that about there. Oopsie. Got to be careful now because I want that glue to dry. I don't want it to stick to anything it shouldn't be sticking to. Okie dokie, right, let's try and tear this. That's going to be the part I'm going to use on there. So let's try and tear it without incident. And turn these edges over so that I can make a pocket, and then I'll decide how tall I want this to be. And I'm just using my mats to try and turn them over straight, so that we have straight edges. The paper does not want to cooperate. I should have got my scoreboard out really, but I didn't, so where's that? That one doesn't want to go straight for some reason. Check my daughter's okay. Don't know what that was. She wasn't even in her room, so. Right, now I want to do a little bit at the bottom here. Or do I could just stick that down as it is, couldn't I? How tall do I want that to be? use all that lovely blue. But we need to have room to get things in and out, so that fabric's still wet. Let's chop that off. Don't try and tear the folds, Karen. Right. And fold that bit over so it's got a bit of extra stability. Because that's going to be where things are going in and out. And I am going to fold a little bit at the bottom as well. We've still got the bee's bottom there, so that's all right. Let's snip these corners off. Okay. Just going to lose a little tiny bit of the bee's wing, but I think that's all right. So let's slide this back down. Oh, I keep putting my fingers in the wet bit. I feel like this video's gone on a bit today, so might have to stop here. Don't want to bore you all. Right, get that bottom bit down. I'm hoping that that is somewhere near straight. So that gives us another pocket there. I still need to stick something here because I've got a tear in the paper, but I might just put some washi on that. Oh, it's very warm in here today. So that's still not dry. So we have a pocket here now. And we have our signature there. I'm just going to tuck that dictionary page inside one of these sheets. This is not necessarily the order that these pages are going to be in yet, and I want that to protect that because the dictionary page is quite flimsy and it's getting bent and caught there, so just to stop it getting any more damaged, I'll do that. So that signature is going to be there, and then are we going to want something here? That is too wide for there, although could we pin it on that way? No, we couldn't, because we don't know what's going there yet. Right, so I'd quite like something here so that when the book's open and you've got that signature there and that signature there, there's something here. So I could either make a flippy up thingy, or I could pop another pocket in. That might be nice there. Oh, what else have we got? We've still got some of this that we've just used. That would sort of tie everything in. That looks quite nice. Then we've got this. We could make a pocket with that. I'm not sure I want a pocket. What's it going to look like if I have some, if I make a flippy flappy something? Obviously it'd have to be a bit narrower than that. If I had some pages going up there, is it going to be too bulky? Let's have a look. So then that would fold in there. This one's going to be in here. How does that look? I think that would be all right. Yeah, maybe I'll do a flippy flappy notebooky thingy there then. So that's that signature. That's that signature. So let's make some pages to flippy flappy uppy here, but they're going to have to be narrower because we have two folds here, so I want them to definitely be no wider than that really. So let's say about that much. That, yeah, that would be okay. So let's pop that back up there out of the way, and let's make some pages. So if we do the first one, so that we've got a template, and then that will be using these papers that have got the tears in them as well. So, because they can still be used for backing things, the torn bits. So, yeah, that looks okay. So we have, do we want different pages? That might just be slightly too wide, that's a shame. If I'd have not done that borderless, that probably would have been perfect. Never mind. Could pop that in. I did just say I was going to leave this here, wasn't I? And now I've carried on to something else. Maybe we'll make the little flippy flappy notebook and then we'll leave it there. So how wide is that? That is 4 3/4 inches wide, in case you're wondering. That strip of paper I did first. How funny that it's exactly 4 3/4. So that in. Add a bit of this in, maybe, just for change. Nice messy old bit of packaging paper that's been splashed with tea. Keep doing this the wrong way around, don't I? So how many sheets was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe we could use that as like the cover piece over the top of everything. So if I had that there, that at the back, how far up do we want that to come? That could come over there like that. Do we want any more in there? Not sure. I think that'll be enough. 6 sheets. I don't want it to get too fat and bulky. So, should we staple those together? Or, no, I don't think I will. I think I will make some holes in there and somehow put that on with some string. That's going to come through to there. So then I could have like a string bow or something there. That's my wet piece. Is that it dry yet? It's nearly dry. That's going to go at the back. So that's, it's not looking too chunky, is it? I think that will be all right. It feels lovely. It's so squidgy. Right, I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm going to go and get my crocodile and make some holes in that and attach it. And I don't know if I'll do anything else off camera or what. I'll be back for at least one more video. It may be, I might come back and work on some more. I might finish it off camera now and come back and show you a flip through. I'm not sure yet. I'll see how I get on. But thank you for joining me today. I hope you found that interesting and maybe a little bit inspiring. At least I don't feel like I was quite as faffy today as I have been the last few days. So yeah, let me know what you think. And I will be back again with you all in another couple of days. Thanks for watching. Take care and happy crafting time. Bye bye.